Evening, everyone. Hope we're all doing really, really well. You should be. We've just had back-to-back wins at the City Ground, back-to-back, and back-to-back clean sheets. So we should all be very happy for where we are right now. Yeah, fantastic performance by Leeds. If you want to get your ratings in, it's down at the moment, but the little QR code in the corner there will bring you to analysis if you want to get that. Yeah, and have a chat with us. We've got a lot to talk about in this game. I mean, this was generally some sloppy stuff in the first half, but in general, I really actually enjoyed this game. It was nice to have a game watching Leeds, and as people have rightly said in the comment section in the watch along that we had, isn't it nice to watch a Leeds without that impending doom floating around the back of your head? At any minute, someone's going to make a mistake and we're going to concede a goal here. And that just wasn't there from Leeds. I mean, out of possession, Leeds look so comfortable right now to let the opposition have the ball. And you look at that back three, Elvedi, fantastic debut for him. Tarek Muharmovic, as well as Joe Rodon, both of them very good. Joe Rodon, by the way, excellent game. Makes a massive tackle in that first half that I think absolutely gives Leeds the impetus to push on. But even when it wasn't great for Leeds in the first half, some sloppy passes, but we are still in the early part of the season. And I do think we need to give people just a little bit of a time to get up to speed. There's untypical passes behind people or, not finding the player in the right area. And I do think, you've got to give them a little bit of time just to get used to the tempo again. But this is I don't know. It's uneasy Leeds being this comfortable. And I'm joking, obviously. What I mean is, in general, it's just that Leeds always give you something to think about. And especially then, we've seen it so many times in the last couple of years. When Leeds drop off in that last 10 minutes, you just think, oh, the goal's coming, isn't it? And I just didn't feel like that at all tonight. I thought Leeds were very, very comfortable in what we were doing on the ball. I thought we kept them very much in their own half or playing left to right without any major issues. What James Trafford had to do, he did very, very well. Some very good performances from some players, some much needed minutes, more importantly than anything else for the rest of them. Yes, we'll go through the team sheet one by one. We'll go through all the players. Sean Longstaff, not as absolute best. Few wayward passes, but then still clocks up an assist in the second half. Anton Stach, not great last weekend. Clocks in with a goal at the end of the game last week. But this is good. I mean, I don't think there's a massive amount of difference between Nottingham Forest and Leeds United squad-wise. But if you look at Ousmane Diamand, who we looked at earlier in the transfer window, 45 million or 40 million pounds of a centre-back. And then you look at Nico Elvedi for 6.5 million quid. Now, yes, the age differences are there as well and all that. However, Elvedi just he's so comfortable. Look at the momentum graph from this game. We were the away side. And they only changed 5 players. And arguably, they brought in Schlager, who they just bought. They brought Chris Wood, Igor Jesus, and Ahmad Kalamwendo up front. Kalamwendo playing as a kind of a wide 10. And they brought in Diamand. So arguably, you could say they probably strengthened in some areas of that park. Leeds made 6 changes. We saw last year against Sheffield Wednesday when Leeds had to make wholesale changes, how poor we were. What a difference a year makes for Leeds. And I don't want to lose the run of myself too early, but I enjoyed watching Leeds play. There was the odd frustrating moment, but that's football. In general, I enjoyed how Leeds played in this game. For an early season game, Leeds playing out from the back. Now, I was an advocate last season for making sure Leeds went more direct, unless you've got the players to play out from the back. Now you look at that back three and you think, maybe Leeds do. Or they're getting to that point where they're going to be able to start playing out from the back. Or at the very minimum, mix it up a bit more. Very solid defensively, very solid out of possession. Relatively comfortable in possession as well for large parts of that game. And we took our 2 chances. Well, took 1 chance very well. The other one... By the way, that second goal has now been given as a James Justin goal, because if you did see the match live, the goal decision system got involved for the first time and shot. The ball was that much away from being over the line off of Nico Williams. Came back out. James Justin hit it. Hits off Lucas Mechet, but Mechet is already in the goal. So James Justin gets his goal. And Dan James, very good game. All performance-wise, Dan James, probably man of the match in terms of, if you look at his big chance creations, opportunities in front of the goal. He probably created 2 of Leeds' biggest chances in the first half as well, with 2 crosses that Sean Longstaff should have done better for. And Lucas Mechet. Lucas Mechet looked like he was having a great time tonight. Like, he looked like he was genuinely enjoying himself, like it was a preseason game. The ones in the penalty area, I'd like him to take a bit more serious and put the ball in the back of the net before you start enjoying yourself. But in general, Dan James creates both those chances for Leeds. Longstaff sloppy with his chances, but again, just give him a couple of weeks to get his rhythm up again. First half, we can break this down. Just in the first half in general, I thought Leeds were incredibly comfortable out of possession, and it's as comfortable as I've seen Leeds United be for a long, long time. Longstaff passing wasn't good, but the amount of nutmegs in that first half. I mean, Muharmovic nutmegs Callum Wendo twice. Elvede got a nutmeg in as well and got nutmegged himself. Okafor nutmegs Diamand. I mean, it was fun. It was fun to watch. Longstaff poor passing. That's pretty much it. Tanaka started the game really, really well. Then he gets that yellow card and he kind of just steps off it a little bit, but probably smart not to overdo it too much in the middle of the park. They were leaving a lot of late feet in, studs, niggles, in some of the tackles, specifically when Leeds went 2-0 up. And the referee is something we'll talk about as well. Second half then for Leeds, I just thought ball playing team out from the back, playing lovely football, nice tempo to it. When they needed to take it up a gear, they did. When they needed to slow it down, they slowed it down. Defense for me was fantastic. I love that three. I think they're fantastic. Again, Joe Rodon for me, brilliant. Makes two very good interceptions. One probably game-changing interception after Sean Longstaff passes the ball to nobody. Callum Wendo breaks away, gets it to Chris Wood, who nutmegs Elvedi, and he's in. And then Rodon just comes out of nowhere and makes it with a massive tackle for me. It was brilliant to see it. And the way he celebrated it as well. Even the substitutions coming on, good time for them as well. 67th minute Leeds started making their changes, clever changes. Dan James at right wing back, I thought was good as well. Had a very good game. Brendan Aronson on the left-hand side. I said it in the watch-along. I don't hate it. I watched him, the last two games, him coming in off that left-hand side or running at players, and he looks far more effective. Now, how long that will last for remains to be seen. But right now, very, very good from what I've seen there. People calling for Joe Rodon to be man of the match. I think you could probably pick 3 or 4 out of that as your man of the match. What else have we got down? Swagger. Leeds had a bit of swagger about them tonight. And especially, again, the last 10 minutes, there was a phase of play over on the right-hand side where Brendan Aronson, Tariq Muharmovic, and Anton Stack in the corner flag were doing flicks and tricks and knocking the ball around the Nottingham Forest defenders, which, fantastic. Great to see that. Absolutely fantastic. Just Leeds look like they were having fun. They look like they really enjoyed that tonight. And you can feel it. Again, people were saying in the chat and the watch along, when players are enjoying themselves, you can feel it coming through the TV. And Jesus, you could feel it. Absolutely brilliant. Chris asking, is Beyond not first choice anymore? Chris, this is a fantastic position to be in. We've got 4 centre backs who can equally swap over with each other. God help the one that gets injured first or suspended, because if one of the other ones get in, you might not get your place back. But this is a really good position for Leeds to be in. And then you got James Trafford behind him, who just does the simple things incredibly well. And that backline looked very relaxed in front of him as well. Midfield-wise, Ethan Ampadu, again, just a really steady game from Ethan, stepping in and winning tackles when he needed to win them, keeping it simple. 1 or 2 very nice crossfield balls as well for his time. I'm seeing people talking about Tarek dropping his shoulder. Loved it. 3 or 4 times again, we saw that as well. What are my thoughts on Tarek? Fantastic. He looks a level above what we have with Pascal Stroud. But it is early days. And I don't like to lose the run of myself. I'm enjoying this right now. It's really nice to feel like this at the start of the season. But for what we've seen so far, based on what we've seen, excellent. Someone's asking is if Leite comes in, centre-back depth will be incredible. Yeah, did he? I mean, this is the thing. Daniel Farke can then rotate those centre-backs around and not weaken the side. So he doesn't have to flog players for 90 minutes in every single game. They can come off early in matches. And that'll be a great position for Leeds to be in as well. You can start different players in different matches. And again, more depth, more quality. But we've got 4 quality centre halves right now, and it's phenomenal to see it, and I'm really excited about it. Referee for me wasn't great. Sean Longstaff gets booked for making no contact at all with the player. It wasn't even a dangerous tackle. He just sticks a leg out. So poor. He was very quick to blow the whistle for Nottingham Forest for fouls that fouls are being committed on them, or 50-50s on them. Not so quick to blow the whistle when Leeds players were getting tackled. There was a couple of early ones in the first half that I thought could have been yellow cards. I thought Schlager was probably lucky to stay on the park after getting booked, and then a late tackle again. Same also with Dominguez. He gets booked and he goes after a player as well. Probably should get a second yellow as well. Not that you want to see players sent off, but you felt if Ethan Ampadu went flying to a second tackle, he was going to get a second yellow. That's what I mean. So, yeah, not a great refereeing performance, but it didn't matter. And this is what we've talked about for years. The amount of times we've come on after matches and talked about, well, the referee did this and the referee did that. The referee was irrelevant tonight. as bad as he was ultimately irrelevant. Leeds just went about their job and did it with a staggering amount of ease for me. The clean sheets, it didn't even look like it was under threat. There was one moment in the first half where Ola Aina gets the ball on the right-hand side, and he's so obviously going to whip the cross that James Trafford starts walking out to almost intercept it before he's even whipped it in. And Aina sees it and decides to go for the near post, and Trafford reacts incredibly fast and saves it. Brilliant save. Brilliant save. So yeah, look, all in all, I just thought it was a very, very good performance from Leeds. I mean, if you go through the big moments of the game, the 10th minute was that one from Ola Aina that Trafford makes a great save in. Forest started the game very much on top. But again, Leeds just didn't seem overly bothered by them having the ball. Like, let them have it. And we saw this in pre-season with Leeds as well. The amount of times Leeds just dropped off teams and went, you have the ball. Fine. You know, you pass it around, we'll hang back here. And when you're ready, we'll hit you on the break. Yeah, Longstaff had 2 chances. His cross comes shot. I'm not sure what he was trying to do. Leeds massive chance, 21st minute. Dan James down the right hand side comes into the box, pulls it back for Longstaff, who just gets it caught under his feet, can't get any power in it. Easy save for the goalkeeper. Then literally 8 minutes later, it's a massive moment because it would see them go 1-0 up. And it's Sean Longstaff's pass to no one. Callum Wendu picks it up and just tears at Leeds, squares it across. Leeds are outnumbered. Chris Wood, first touch, goes around Elvede. He's into the penalty area, and Joe Rowland just doesn't stop his run, covers all the way back. Beautiful slide tackling from him, and a massive tackle. The hits that Leeds hit tonight, they were big, they were accurate, they were effective, and it was brilliant. Leeds got another chance then a couple of minutes later. Dan James again on the right-hand side, saved this. So he has a shot, it's saved, rebound comes to him, squares it to Metcha, tries a little flick, doesn't score, and you win them nil at half-time. But I wasn't worried about it. I thought Leeds looked like they could turn it on when they want it. And again, when you look at the momentum graph in the first half, Leeds pretty much did all of it. So solid. And then the second half, 5 minutes in, Leeds score. Sloppy pass by Nottingham Forest. Sean Longstaff picks it up. Lovely ball from Longstaff right in front of DJ, takes a touch and then bends it away. Forest had a big chance then with Callum Wendu. His cross is low. Wood shoots. Brilliant save by James Trafford, low down in the corner. Literally a couple of seconds later, and this I was surprised at this, and this is how you know it's early season. Metcha gets the ball and gives it Okafor, who cuts in onto his right foot. And you know what he's doing here. He's bending that ball into the far corner, and he just puts a little bit too much on it, and it doesn't get all the bend. And he's a couple of millimeters away from clipping the inside of the post. Forest made all their changes then, and there was about 5 minute spell where Leeds were just a little bit uneasy while the reshuffle was going on. Leeds made their changes nice and early as well. And the 75th minute, Leeds get their second goal. It's a nuts goal. Long throw from Ethan Ampadu, which slips out of his hands. And instead of being fizzed in, goes straight up in the air, drops down, but Tarek makes a lovely run across the front, gets his first flick on into it. It's cleared, back to him. He heads it towards the back post. And Nico Williams falls, heads it. Ball doesn't go over the line. And then Metcha and Justin on the line managed to bundle it over. James Justin gets the goal. And I wrote down on 79th minute, Leeds are having fun here. And it was great to see. Great to see. So yeah, no major issues. This is good. This is really good. I'm enjoying it. And I enjoyed this performance by Leeds. And I enjoyed the performance of the weekend in a different way, more from a defensive perspective. But there's a lot to this. I mean, look at the stats of the game. Leeds at what? It's 50-50 in possession. 6 big chances for Leeds. 13 shots to Forest, 8. 2 saves by Trafford, 3 by them. Corner kicks, 2-3. Fouls more on their side. Passes well, 450 to 450. So, I mean, look at the statistics. There's not a huge amount in it. But Leeds, just effective. Far more effective. Leeds... There's no XG there tonight. Thanks for that, lads. Yeah, Leeds just far more effective. That's all it was. We'll jump into some of your comments, see what everyone is doing. We'll get to some of the older ones first. Danny Rumsey, resident liker. Keep everyone on track. If you could hit a like on it, it'd be massively appreciated. If you're not subscribed, think about that as well. Glasner hasn't beaten Farke yet. Yeah, and Glasner hasn't beaten Leeds either. Alan Russell says, well done, Jer. Great commentary. Would give you 2 likes if... Oh, well, that's very good. So, yeah. Pat Kirby in the chat says, I've had a big day, a couple of beers, not a common thing, and had a blast watching the boys. 20 dodgy minutes at the start, and the outcome became weirdly inevitable. I am a happy gal tonight. Pat, that line is it. A weirdly inevitable. It did have that vibe about it, which is great to see from Leeds. Good result performance tonight by Leeds United, right across the bar. Yeah, we look very decent. We do. Caroline saying, great commentary. Thanks for everything. Thank you very much, Caroline. Jerry English, didn't get to see it. Sounded good. Good in that It seemed a very comfortable performance. Great commentary again, Jer. Great comments from the View viewers. Absolutely. Thanks very much, guys. Face says a few boos from the Forest fans at the end. How long has Glasner got? Who wants to put money on it? Call it. Heads or tails? Is he gone? Is he not? How long does he wait? Out of one cup competition already. Glad Longstaff got the assist. Yeah, and I mean, let's look. You can comment on a player and say he's not having a good game without despising the player or being over the top about someone. You know, he didn't have a great game, but neither did Anton Stack last week. And now Stack is nominated for Player of the Month or Player of the Week, which he definitely wasn't. But a great free kick. So you get your moments as well. With Marinakos record, Glasner will be gone by the end of September. That was enjoyable and excellent. It was. Leeds United says, hi from Australia. I'm also YouTube MOT, but managed to catch up live here. Not Leedsy at all. I know, right? That's the thing. The City ground more like a morgue. Chris Taylor says, we look fairly solid. Trafford immense again. Just beginning to wonder how many clean sheets we might get this season. Sarah says, I'm so excited for the rest of the season. We are amazing. Need to finish the window off properly. If we can just finish the window fully, get another striker in, get another attacker, get a cover at left back, and we're fine. Dan James at right back for me, right wing back. He plays there for Wales. Thought he was very, very good. Justin has been given the goal. Yep, man of the match is Dan James. And we will talk, actually. That's just really quickly before we get to the newer comments. Let's just have a quick chat about the players and go through them one by one. James Trafford, for me, very, very solid. As I said, simple things very, very well. Tariq Muhamovic, outstanding. Outstanding. Nico Valverde looked like he's been playing for Leeds for 2 seasons. Incredibly relaxed. In the middle, again, very good in the air, as Farke said he was. Sweeps up very easily. I mean, just a relaxing presence to walk into the middle of that back three. Joe Rodon, fantastic for me tonight as well. Dan James at right wing back. Maybe that's an option for Leeds and frees up James Justin on the left hand side, because I thought DJ had a very decent game at right wing back. He will play harder teams and better wingers than that, but still very good. Ethan Ampadu, really good performance from him again as usual. Keeps it simple, looks after the ball very well, wins his tackles, blocks past and lanes tidy. El Tanaka started really well, got his yellow card, drifted out of the game a little bit, but still a good performance from him and important minutes to get under his belt. Sean Longstaff, poor game, got his assist. Defensive numbers, not bad. Not saying he had a bad game overall, but sloppy in possession. That will get better. No doubt that will get better. Okafor, really good when he got the ball at his feet to run at them. Obviously needs to build his minutes up after getting back late from the World Cup. But yeah, gives you what you want from him, runs at people. Want to see that. And Lucas Meche had a lot of fun. And not the hold-up player, probably should have scored. But yeah, Steve's saying the highest score on Sofa Score was Justin with an 8.1. Yeah, I don't even like putting Sofa Scores ratings up there. I'd rather use the Fanalysis ones, but because they're voted for by Leeds fans. But they're down at the moment getting some work done. So we're using Sofa Scores, which is an algorithm-based system. So it, blah, it's not great. Subs that came on as well. Harry Wilson, more minutes under his belt as well. Jaden Bogle, solid when he came on at right wing back. Calvert-Lewin didn't have a huge amount to do. So yeah, very good. Paul says, Leeds are just calm. Something we have to learn to live with, right? Leeds United said, yep, the right striker for the pitch and dressing room, keep the Leeds unit. I agree with you there. Paul Brennan, fantastic. Honestly, you can just feel the positive vibes. Aladin says, if he continues like this, I have a feeling Tark will soon be picked up for a lot of money very soon if he wants to go and if Leeds need to sell. But you've got that option. TJ says, good point here on Elvedi. Incredible for him to bet in so quickly. Very, very quickly and very easily. Joshua says, I beg for another striker just in case. That's it, right? So I said this last year and I'll say it again this year. The squad is good. The squad looks good. But if you get that injury, don't leave yourself short. Don't take the risk that you don't have to take. And at the very minimum, then, it gives you a chance to rotate Dominic Calvert-Lewin and make sure you manage his minutes as well. So just take the tap in this summer and get it over the line, and then we can all move forward and we're in a really good spot. Pat says, all the new lads seem to have settled in. They do. Wayne says, good to see how confident tonight. Yeah, he had a bit of a swagger about him tonight. He needs to be careful on that blind turn that he does where he tends to lose possession. I said it in the watch along. I think that's one of the things Daniel Farke doesn't like about him. But just keep it simple when he needs to keep it simple. And when he's in the attacking third, he can try that kind of stuff. But yeah. Nodding and biting my lip. Been a while since I felt this. I know, right? Arthur, can we play you every week? You know, I'm bored Forest now. Yeah, I'm done with them now for a while. Kevin says, do you know when you get that feeling, think we're going to achieve something this season? Early doors, early doors. But the saying, don't get too high when it's going well, don't get too low when it's not. Yeah, I agree. It's a rising, and we keep hoping for. Ronald says, I hope that this is the norm with the games. This would be brilliant. Mihajlovic is unreal. Seems so comfortable, and he's played for Leeds for years. He's 23 years of age. Already better than last season. Brentford look very dangerous, though. Yeah, this is going to be the big one at the weekend. Attack versus defense. Brentford scoring goals for fun right now. Leeds not conceding them, so something's got to give, and hopefully it's their attack. Neil says, got the pictures now TV, and your commentary synced up for the second half. Great watch. Thanks. Appreciate that, Neil. Thanks. Paul says there's something special happening. Let's just make sure we've got all the things we need. I hope fans are going to give Trafford love. No doubt about it. Looking forward to Brentford. Feels like we will never concede a goal again. We will. We definitely will. Carty said we can, and we will. But let's enjoy it while we can. Jason Taylor says Trafford looks a bit embarrassed celebrating in front of the fans. He'll get used to it. Thinking about it, 2 goals, both wing backs scored. Yeah. With the money spent in the window for central midfielders, how much is... Jesus. Don't start with anything. There's 2 zeros at the end of it, whatever it is. Garrett Hobson says Trafford has settled the defence and so many chances could have had 4 or 5 easy. Yeah. The draw is tomorrow night after the Everton game at 15 minutes past 10. Mecha wasn't offside because he was behind the goal line. That is true. James Justin might have been offside. Who cares? No VAR. Scrummer Leeds second team. Sheffield United next round, please. Thanks for all your great work, Jer. Cracking as usual. Appreciate everyone watching and supporting the channel. Thank you very much. Big shout out to Kermis, by the way. Gift you Leeds membership. Fair play to you for doing that. You can gift memberships as well, and we have members only programs, so you can check all that out if you want to. I said when Trafford signed, he wins us 15 to 20 extra points. The way I kind of put it after the weekend was James Trafford won us a point against Forest, and then a moment of magic from Stack got us all 3. That's the way I kind of looked at it weekend. Jason Taylor says, don't forget to smash the likes, peeps. Books says Trafford to go the whole season without conceding. We just said don't get too high when it's going well. Don't get too high. Gotta have a look at Road on Play. Spectacular. Yeah. No, not with Williams laying on the floor in front of him. That's true, probably as well. Lloyd says 20 goal Brentford in 4 games. It's a hell of a start by Brentford, Lloyd, isn't it? We are Leeds. I love a good defense and a keeper. I love a duck egg. I love a 0. Great to see it. Favorite scoreline's 1-0 win. A comfortable 1-0 win. If we won the Boyle Sports Cup, we'd be on for a quadruple. Julia Knight says, brilliant tonight. I thought Danny Boy played really well. It's great to see Dan James back and flying. It really is. It's such a tough year last year. It's nice to see it. Brentford 6-1 up against Birmingham. Should be a good game. Wow. We were so composed and Trafford makes it easy. Alvede, Bial, Tarek, what a back 3. Kerms gifted a membership. Good stuff. Ashley Buckland says, just keep solid defensively and make sure we take our chances easily. Then Brentford will have to open up and play into our hands. We're at home as well. There is that. Tarek's the GOAT. Justin, the best value for money player. How good was James Justin today as well? He was so solid for me. Excellent performance by him as well. Alvede's distribution looked well. Who would you want in R3, Jer? From Stella Bear. See, I don't know. It's not my job, thankfully. It's not my job to find them. But I think another similar striker to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I think a left-back cover. And I would like a 10/10 wide player. Although if Brendan Aronson keeps playing the way he's playing the left-hand side, maybe again we might not need that. I mean, Farke's changing players' positions around and all of a sudden they're starting to look very strong. Great defense, pretty good midfield. DCL has been excellent for nothing. Can't we spare a few quid for someone to back him up? Let's hope we can. Paul says Trafford will save us 10 points this season. Nailed on. He's very cocky, and I hope he does not get caught out by a forward with a ball at his feet. I mean, he might get 1 or 2, but in general, he's fine. Tom, had to watch that sitting on my hands in the home end right behind the Trafford save. Turning point in the match, giving us the momentum and confidence. I agree with you there. Ashley Buckland says, it was only Birmingham's second string, lads. Forget Brentford, the early goal will open that game. Up here says, I'm not getting scared of Brentford yet. See how it goes. Aladdin says, amazing how Ampadu looked like a veteran out there. He's now surrounded by better players, especially behind him, that he's able to just be very relaxed and cool and play his game quite well. Tackle from Rodon, immense moment for me. And I love a tackle. A real task for Trafford. Trafford is on Sunday. It is. I'm not getting scared of Brentford yet. Beating Spurs in Birmingham. Telly says, let's go 79,000 subscribers for Jer. What are we at, Telly? What are we at in terms of the subs? Not that it matters. I keep saying it. We don't get paid for subs. Don't make a penny for subs, actually. 78,515. So we're about 1,500 away from 80,000. That's nice. Mark says, hi, Jer. Great win again. 200 mins versus Forest, a team people were talking about, but no flowers for us. 2 games, 3-0. Absolutely. Jeff Perry is in goal. I don't think that result would be the same. I mean, you never know. I mean, he's not a bad goalkeeper. I think the fact that he was on the bench, Sarah was saying it in the watch along, I think that says he's gone. You know. And also, it's good to see the lads get more minutes. I would have had Wilson in from the start as well, but good to see they're all getting minutes. On our way home, sat in Florists. In the Florists or in Florists? B Church says, does tonight's performance affect the starting lineup? No, but I think it's really good that it gives Daniel Farke things to think about. And this is what he needs. Daniel Farke needs 18 players that are all biting at each other's heels to get into that starting 11. That makes his job so much easier. Difficult because he has to pick a team, but easier now he's got quality players. And I don't always think Farke, when he looks at that bench, trusts that bench. And that was the case in his first season in the Championship. He looks around and goes, I don't really know. But if he's got players on that bench that are arguably in his mind for starting positions or fighting with players for starting positions, that raises the floor. That means he's got far more decisions to make. And he might be far more comfortable making earlier decisions. I mean, he's made his changes in the last 2 games within the first 60-odd minutes of that 60, 65-minute mark. So there's that. Celtic are losing 5-4, for God's sake. Thanks, Nato. Scared of knowing this season. Poor old Celtic. Travel Clip says, going to be difficult to pick between Bial and Elvedi at the back. Bial for me right now. He's got a season behind him of justifying how good he is. But what a pairing. How's your mum doing, Jerry? She's good. She's good. It was her annual trip to the doctors, so I bring her. That's all it was. She's fine. She's good. My mum's made out of tough stuff. So yeah, but nice to hang out with my mum for a day as well. She lives in Galway, so we don't always get to see her. So it was nice to have a day together and get some lunch together as well. So it was nice. And thanks for all the very nice comments as well, by the way. I really appreciate that. Ashley Buckland said Rodon's challenge was the pivotal point. I agree. Dolly Parton died as well. Yeah, sad news there on poor Dolly. Lindsay Moore said, if Leicester can win the Premier League, why can't we? Just saying. What did we just say about not getting too high? And we're winning the league. Penalty against Celtic. Yeah, Ampadu is in cruise control. Yeah, love to compose. We look. James Justin was definitely offside. If Mecha got the touch, but replay appeared to show that he didn't. 49ers are getting it right at the moment. They are. Confidence at the back permeates, gives confidence to those in the spine. Very well said. Jed York sorting the halftime entertainment down on Sunday. Poor Jed said half of them. God bless your mum, Jed. Thanks, Telly, mate. Telly, I always appreciate your support, mate. You're always very good. I appreciate it. Anyway, they also paid 50 million quid for Liam Delap. Look, I'm not laughing at that because he could end up being perfect for them. I think he suits them, but not for us. Anyway, look, we wrap it up there. Massive thanks as always for supporting the channel. If you're not subscribed, consider helping us get to 80k. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And if you watch every day, you may as well. We got back in tomorrow morning with Leeds news. It's going to start getting feisty in the transfer window. We got to get moving. Still some work to do for Leeds, but at the moment, everything's quite relaxed. Let them do their jobs. We'll see where we are. We come out the other side of it. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Great to get another win under our belts for Leeds. Get used to this. I'll talk to you in the morning. Peace out. Bye.